$15, $20.
Okay. I still haven't accepted the fact that USBs aren't the latest technology anymore.
Oh yeah, no, it's just a little.
It's the little.
C's.
Exactly. I still don't understand that.
Leave it to Apple. Sure, they had something to do with it.
My mom's computer has one of those too. I mean, shoot, my computer has one. Like, they're just the newest, latest thing.
It's like the fastest thing right now. Fastest thing smoking right now until the next thing.
You're the fastest thing smoking to the next thing.
Oh my gosh.
You're so cute.
You're beautiful.
Shut up. Stop saying that stuff to me. Don't touch my hair. Don't touch my earlobes. Oh my God. You gotta get all the stuff now. That's more like it. Oh, good morning, Lainey. Good morning, Shelly. Gigi's here. Says, good morning, Mr. and Mrs. How are you today? We're doing good. Lisa's here. Good morning. Good morning, Dr. Wise. Cynthia's here. Says, happy cold Saturday. That is precisely what it is. Pamela says, hello. Dom is here, says, good morning. And the freezing person's face, exactly the same thing. Cece said, hey, Zipfizz with you. Yep, I am having blueberry or raspberry. Yes, so.
Exercise morning.
It is. I was supposed to exercise before this, but then I just kind of got backed up into my morning. First of all, we woke up really, really late. And then I got backed up into my morning routine. And I was like, I don't want to have to rush to exercise. Like, that's the one thing I hate doing. So I was like, I might as well handle some like house chores and stuff like that and just exercise afterwards so that I can have my full time. So I'm drinking my Zipfizz. I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but it's the whir of the air fryer. Right now it's set on dehydrate because I am dehydrating some almonds. Like, I soaked some almonds last night. Like, we bought some raw almonds from Meijer. I soaked them overnight in water.
The whole container?
No. Just like no. And so that's another thing I like about it. Now I can just fix the portion that I want, you know? So I put 4 servings worth because that's what I'm having for this week coming up. And then I soaked them overnight. And
just regular water.
Just regular water. And I put some salt in it too. Because the things that I saw said, yeah, like you put salt in it. And then they released a lot of gunk like overnight. It was really jarring, like how gunky.
Natural the process is.
How gunky it was. So then I had to rinse them really good to get all that gunk off. And then my dehydrator racks supposed to arrive today. However, they weren't going to arrive in time enough for me. I wanted to get them into the dehydrator immediately. So I just No. I'm using the grilling racks with parchment paper. Yeah, no. So the dehydrator racks are going to be here this afternoon. Okay. But so the thing is, you have to dehydrate them for 24 hours. And like, I didn't want to start doing it at 6 o'clock at night because then they wouldn't be ready till tomorrow at 6 o'clock. I wanted them to be ready tomorrow morning. So now they're dehydrating. So now the air fryer has to be on all day. So, so now I'm thinking about just buying a dehydrator. I don't know, like which one uses more power. The air fryer looks like such a huge power suck. And I was like, gosh, for that to run for 24 hours. But I mean, a dehydrator would have to do the same thing. I don't know.
I don't know. Dehydrator's probably made for that. Yes. An air fryer is a multi-purpose.
Yes, exactly. Because I'm saying if we got a dehydrator, don't get me wrong, even with the dehydrator racks we have now, we could like make jerky and stuff like that. Like I wouldn't mind jerky. I just don't like meat sticks.
We could try to make a meat stick.
No, see, exactly. No, I feel like you need casing for that. D said, good morning, morning, good weathers. Happy Saturday. You're right. It is Saturday. Good morning, Linda. Says morning, whack fam with some coffee. Hungry Heat said, what a beautiful Saturday morning. Probably in Texas, but it's cold here. Although maybe it's cold in Texas. And I know a lot of Texans that like the cold because it's like they barely get any. Yeah, I know.
You have a beautiful cold morning.
I know, right?
The sun's shining, the birds are chirping.
JJ said, good morning, Wack family. Beautifully falling. Cece said, can you dehydrate in the oven? I don't have an air fryer. So apparently for everything that I watched on the internet said that you don't want your almonds to go above like 115 degrees because then that kills the nutrients or something. And most ovens don't go that low. So that's why. Now, I do know some people, they'll turn on like the oven to the lowest setting and then like open the door and stuff to like try to, you know, dissipate the air. But that is why.
That's a big waste of energy.
I mean, exactly. A dehydrator is just simply a really low oven, you know, like a low and slow. So
super low oven.
Yeah, like ovens can't.
Oven that goes below.
Get that low. Yeah, like even the air fryer went down to like 80 degrees. I was like, geez Louise, like what can you do at that degrees, you know? Rashawn is here. Said Grand Rising and happy Saturday, hashtag Whack Fam. What a beautiful sunny SFL day. So Southern Florida. Is there any college football that anyone cares about today? Because I don't really, but I am happy when football gets to be on.
Well, we'll see my Cardinals
the TV.
Again, probably.
Don't say that. Sheila's here. Says, good morning, Whack Fam. Glad that you're here. Lisa said, you can make homemade almond milk in the future. Nothing like homemade almond milk more creamy, and you can customize flavors. I do buy me some almond milk all the time, so that's an interesting thing to do. Linda said, so you're making your own salted nuts? Yes, I am. Although I think I went way overboard with the salt. I need help. Like, because I never think it's enough. And and then I tasted one and I was like, so, but that was also because it was wet. I also didn't realize how much water, like nuts can take on. Yeah. So like it was I could barely taste anything but the salt.
In between the dehydrator rack.
Yeah, it was wet. Yeah, and I didn't like it because I wanted to try to test. I wanted to test the salt amount, but I was like, oh, hopefully it all condenses in the dehydrator.
You gotta try when it's done.
Yeah, exactly. So
right in the middle of the process, it's gonna taste.
Yeah. So hopefully, and then I sprinkled the other half with like erythritol and cinnamon. So it's like cinnamon sugar nuts. So I'm excited about that, like a salty nut and a sweet nut. That's another reason I wanted to do this is because once again, I get to have more control over the flavors. You know, I'm not subject to whatever the store says I can have. I can have whatever flavored nuts I want, which is mainly just salt and cinnamon, you know, erythritol. So there you go.
Know what you like.
Yes, JJ said, good morning, Rashana. I think at the stove, I think you can if your stove goes low, like 200 degrees. Yeah, but I mean, do your own thing. Google, or like, you know, Google, YouTube, like dehydrating in the oven or, you know.
That could happen is you're burning it.
Because I think that's what Matt and Mega do anyway. I don't think they have a dehydrator. So like they just put them in the oven and leave it open for a long period of time. I don't know.
All right. It keeps the house warm.
Oh my God, Dr. Watson, I bought a dehydrator from Aldi a few years ago for about $20. Works well. We're going to Aldi today. So we might have to pop in and, you know, see if they got dehydrators. You know, I bought our spice grinder at Aldi for like $8 a couple years ago. Don't sleep on Aldi for like the home goods or like kitchen appliances and stuff like that. Aldi has, don't get me wrong, good groceries and whatnot, but that little $8 spice grinder, handy and like still works very, very well. So
enjoy the spice grinder.
Yes, it is. I mean, it works really well. So.
Spice / coffee / anything grinder.
Yes. Shelly said, good morning, Rashana. Are we doing another Nike Run Club challenge next month? Maybe a hashtag no excuses November. Good on y'all. I'm done for the year. The weather is changing in this part of the country, and I have no desire to fail at another walking challenge. So for all you people that live in, you know, states that maybe don't have the 4 seasons, go for it, you know. But
some just don't mind walking in the 4 seasons.
No, I do. So there's that.
Some people just don't care walking in the snow and stuff.
I know, right?
I, on the other hand, also, I can't do cold weather walks either.
Yes. Dr. I said roll tide. Of course. Joyce here says, good morning, everybody. Glad you're here. TC says the University of Iowa is playing their first game of the season today. So is that Big Ten, I'm assuming?
Of course.
Yay! Go Big Ten.
If you're playing your first game of the season, you won't win the conference.
CC says, hey, it's Spider-Man Richard. He loves Spider-Man. That is sure.
Childhood growing up.
Good morning, Stacy. CC said, what kind of salt did you use? Just like sea salt in a grinder? We just ground the sea salt. Now, you know, we could have used pink Himalayan salt that we all, you know, already have. Like, we're not salt snobs, you know, so we just buy the sea salt that comes out, you know, that like comes from Costco. Yeah, you know, so
salt is salt.
That's what we do.
The thicker the better. I don't want that. I want the fine.
Like the table salt, like the with the umbrella. What's that? Morton's? Yeah, no, we don't do that.
Well, Morton's makes
Thicker salt. Yeah, exactly.
Just that particular style of salt.
Yes, that particular grind of salt is not his. Rashana says, "Go Canes." Didn't they lose last week?
They played Clemson.
Okay, so of course they're supposed to lose, but you know
they're still probably the second best team in the conference.
Yes.
Which ain't nothing to sneeze at.
Lisa said, yeah, the soaked almonds can be blended in a high-power blender with water, strain, and add your choice of flavorings.
That's how you make almond milk.
Wow. With water. I'm doing that. I am doing that.
Yeah, that's obvious.
I would love, that's really cool. And it could be cheaper. Now I got to figure out where and how to buy bulk almonds, though. Bulk raw almonds, might I say. Maybe they are at Sam's Club, but like, Costco did not have raw almonds. They had, so you guys, what are heat pasteurized almonds? That just means they were heated up. Like everything also that I saw on the internet said they have to be raw because, we don't want any roasting, any heat, any flavorings, any oils or anything like that, because then that just kills all the nutrients in them anyway. So when Costco said like dry pasteurized, I was like, that means you just heated them up. Like I don't want your heated almonds. I want your raw almonds. Meyer had a little carton for like $14 where I was like, I need flour sacks of almonds, at this point. So
no, they just didn't have any unless they moved them around again.
No, they didn't.
Different place.
I think they were out of them. Joyce is here, says hello, WAC fam, trying to sneak in alive. I'm glad that you're here, Joyce.
Hey, Joyce.
Melissa's here, says good Saturday morning, Autumn, Richard, and WAC fam. Good morning, Kelly. Shelly says I don't mind walking in the rain. Ooh, I do.
Yeah, see? I mean, some people just weather walkers.
Pamela said the wildfires completely derailed my October walking challenge. I know, right? That is just so crazy.
I think the temperature fluctuations completely derailed my October.
I know, right? Shelly said, I thought that until Redmond salt, I can tell the difference. It's so yummy. Yeah, I do plan on ordering me. Well, I actually have. So you're talking about the little salt vials that we got at like Keto Palooza? Because I still haven't even opened those. But apparently Redmond's makes like a seasoning salt that I would like because I like seasoned salt, but most of them contain sugar.
I sneak some of it on mine. I think I used one bottle once.
How is it?
One mistake. I mean, it's salt.
Yes.
I mean, it's really great. Redmond salt.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if I can tell the difference. Rashana said, I am making almond milk and cashew milk. Exactly. Now, cashew is high in carbs for me, but I'll mess with them almonds. Pecan milk.
You might have to find it online. Maybe
Gail is here, says, good morning, Autumn and Richard. Dr. Wise says maybe Fresh Market.
Gail.
Yeah, like maybe like a health store I can find bulk raw almonds.
I haven't been to Fresh Market yet.
Yeah, I know, right? We gotta make a trek. Maybe we can go out there today if we take the long way to go visit your parents, but that's just a maybe. So we're going to visit his parents today, and I'm excited because we're finally gonna get them weights that he always talks about.
Because I said I was gonna get them. I don't know what you're right. That's literally what I said. You making it sound facetious, but it's reality and truly logic.
Cece said, I'm surprised Costco didn't have raw almonds. That makes two of us, Cece. Like, I was like, where are the bulk raw?
Well, we didn't walk everywhere.
Do you know? Yes, we walked where all the nuts would be.
We walked the almond section.
No, and we walked the baking section because now they have like baking sections because, we're coming into the holiday. They do have, however, bulk Bake Believe chocolate chips. And I was like, I haven't even been able to find Bake Believe chocolate chips in Walmart where everyone says they are. So I think eventually I will buy that big bag of Bake Believe chocolate chips. Those are sugar-free chocolate chips in Costco. So that was really awesome, but it's not the time for those. I just want plain almonds. So Pamela said Redmond's seasoned salt is the bomb. I mean, hopeful. I mean, I'm sure it is. I just can't tell. So
the season, we haven't tried the seasoned salt. Just
the regular salt. Yeah.
I'm sure the seasoned salt was amazing.
Yes. Lisa said it doesn't take a whole lot of almonds to get a nice yield of almond milk. I think the ratio is 1 cup of almonds to 4 cups water. I'm going to try that. So you think that since you're doing it like and grinding it up or like mixing it up yourself, you don't need like xanthan gum? Because if I look at the list of ingredients of that Blue Diamond almond milk, there's a lot of ingredients in there. So I guess since I'm making it fresh, I don't need it. And then does it start to separate and settle? I mean, these are all things we can talk about offline, but like I'm so interested now.
Just Pinterest it and compare the recipes. See what's different.
See, which ones
like
I like.
Homemade almond milk.
Yes. Cynthia says, I'm laying off nuts for a while. I totally overeat cashews and pecans. I could totally overeat cashews and pecans. That's why I don't have them in the house. Yeah, that's why I don't have them in the house.
I not have temptation around her.
I love cashews. And then pecans are good. I can just eat those.
I'm a big walnuts guy.
I like walnuts too. So in terms of nuts, like in terms of my favorite
in the shell. I like peanuts in the shell only.
I like the most difficult to eat peanuts. No. Okay. So in terms of flavor themselves, carbs aside, my favorite nuts are cashews, pecans, almonds, then walnuts, right? Okay. And then if there's any other nuts after that.
Walnuts are related.
But if I'm talking about worth the carbs, then my number one favorites are pecans and almonds, and then walnuts, and then cashews are the worst. So, but see, now that I'm learning how to fix my own nuts, I can buy bulk pecans, and then I can like soak and dehydrate those too. Yeah. And that's going to open up a whole different world for me, because pecans are actually really good in terms of net carbs. It's just, they expensive. So, yeah. Rashana said, my baby girl put my Redmond salt on her fries the other day. She said, oh, this is so good. Thank you for polluting my salt with your potatoes. Oh my gosh. Lisa said, I never use xanthan gum. The thicker I want it, the less water I use. Okay, but it does still blend. Okay, I'm obsessed.
Nice. Very cool.
Linda said, don't you love macadamia nuts? You know what? I do not like macadamia nuts as much as I used to. Like, my taste for macadamias has changed. That's all I used to get, remember, is macadamia nuts. Nowadays, I can just skip right over them. Like, yeah, I haven't even bought macadamia nuts in a while, but you're right. Those are actually like the best on carbs. Maybe I should try to roast or to get some dehydrate some macadamia nuts. That would be good. Thank you, Linda, for coming back. He says, in Texas, we pronounce it as pecans, and you can go on somewhere, Heath. Like, I mean, I've gotten less hostile about my, pronunciation of the word pecans these days. It's like to each their own. It's like,
just gonna say, like, depending on where you're from.
Do whatever you want. Tomato, just don't come, don't pew my pecans. Potato. That's what I call them. So, TT said, I used to have a soy milk maker. That's interesting. Ooh. A soy milk maker. I try to avoid soy these days, but Shelly says walnuts. Oh, puke emoji? That's harsh. I'm team peanuts, macadamia nuts, and almonds only. Oh man,
some people just
no pecans even. Jeez Louise.
Yeah. Those are all the nuts I actively avoided.
Yeah. See, no,
I didn't mind peanuts, but almonds, I was never a big almond.
I don't really like salted. Salted peanuts are okay, but I'm more of like a honey roasted. Like,
I'm coming around to them.
Yeah. Well, almonds. Mm-hmm. I've always loved almonds. They just messed with my intestines.
My grandmother had walnuts in a bowl with like a little nutcracker. Growing up, I used to always crack my own walnuts. So for me, it was a childhood memory. I guess I've never really been.
We only had cracked nuts around Christmas time. I was talking to my mom about that. Speaking of my mom, where is my mom?
She's probably Aldi getting some spice grinder or something.
Just forgetting that we're on here. Let's see. Rashana says cashews, pecans, walnuts, almonds. Oh man. But I mean, that's in terms of, carbless, carb count aside, that's actually me too. So
pecan too.
Gail said, Autumn, have you ever had pilly nuts? They are scrumptious and buttery. They are scrumptious and buttery. The only time I've had them was at KetoCon last year, and they are very buttery. I don't necessarily need them enough to order them on the internet, but if I saw them in the store, they would be a good occasional treat.
And the peel nuts?
Pilly, P-I-L-R, or peely. Like, it's either pilly or peely, but it's spelled P-I-L-I.
So they're just like the same as a regular?
No, they kind of remind me of small, like pistachios. They're small. They're small, like almost peanuts,
Interesting.
Yes. Let me see. Cynthia said macadamia nuts cost an arm and 4 legs. You're right. So, I mean, I like almonds also because they're kind of the most economical. Shelly says crushed pecans in a crust or in crumbles is okay. They kind of remind me of walnuts. Yeah. Oh, mom says ear hustling. Okay, good. Glad you're here. I was like, where is my mom?
Well, anything in a crust can make everything. Yes. You crust any nut, and I think you got me already.
Yeah, you're already in a good crust.
There's a way you can oven oven roast nuts and stuff, and just change
Yes.
the whole dynamic.
Dr. Y said
flavors.
peanuts, almonds, and cashews, but since keto, almonds all day. Yeah, that's exactly how I do it. So.
No, yes, I grew up to like more nuts than I ever did when I was a kid.
Pamela said my taste buds have changed too, and I don't like pecans anymore. Oh, that's sad. Like I love pecans, but yeah, that's
I think you put enough time in between things.
Yeah,
it might be overloaded.
I don't need this.
Yeah,
so.
give it a decade. Like, I'll try one now.
Yes.
It ain't bad. That's how I am with almonds. Because growing up, I never. Again, there was always like these Snickers had peanuts, but Almond Joy was just that big almond in it, and just annoyed me so hard.
No.
I was like, get that daggone thing out of here.
Get that daggone thing out of here. No, I always like Almond Joys and Mounds.
I always see the thing with I love the milk chocolate of Almond Joy. Did not like the dark chocolate
almondness of Mounds.
Yeah, I was like, can you make an Almond Joy?
Why don't they make a milk chocolate Mounds?
I'm saying, I don't want a dark chocolate Mound. Can I have a milk chocolate Mound? Can I have a no almond?
And don't nobody comment. You can make your own keto version. We're not doing that. Like, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I know you can, but it requires a lot of mess.
Exactly, and a lot of steps.
You got to strain the chocolate.
No. He says, I'm sorry, not trying to pick a fight. My ears just perk up over certain words and phrases like adding an S to store names. Oh no, you're fine, because whenever I hear the word mines with an S or supposedly we're squaring up. Like I cannot let those words pass.
Those are the only two.
Those are the main two.
Does nothing to
no, because once again, bagel, I am not mispronouncing, like I'm not adding and changing letters, and what? And it's grammatically correct. Okay. But mines, nope, never. That's never okay, unless you're talking about like coal mines and diamond mines, and supposedly is simply not a word. That's all I'm saying. So I say words, I just might pronounce them differently. But they're as spelled.
I don't mind being corrected.
Oh my gosh, Delubsny, love it. Says I make my own nut butters.
Delubsny.
Yeah. Oh, nice. You can control the consistency and salt and sweetness, and you can make different nuts in the butter. I mean, now I'm gonna have to like try. Like you guys, my world is opening up. Oh my god, I love that clap. My world is opening up. So like, yes, I want to be the type of person that can make all of these things so that here's another good thing I like.
Your own nut butter
not only by having the amount of control, but also being able to control the quantity that I make. Because that's the problem is like I don't eat it very often. So, but when I buy it, I gotta buy the hugest jar of nut butter possible. And it's like it sits there for months and months and months. So now it's like, I can just make the exact amount of nut butter that I need for meal prep this week, and there you go. So that's how I feel. Cece said I can do Brazil nuts as well. I don't really, I could probably name the one or two times in my life I've had Brazil nuts, and it's just been in a general nut mix. I don't go out of my way to get those.
Try any nut.
Yes.
I'm like, let's go. Let's take this journey across the world. Try the peel nuts and the Brazil nuts.
Pilly.
What I say?
Yeah, peel. Like no. Gail says I moved away from almonds, no reason, just love macadamias and pecans. I know, right? It's like that.
That's everybody has their
favorite. Yeah, TC says I have to portion out my almonds. I can finish a bag in no time. Oh, agreed. Exactly. Like almonds are like moon cheese to me. Like I have to portion and weigh them out because I can eat all of them. Now
I'll tell you what, those pistachios,
they'll both mess my stomach up.
I can mess up some pistachios.
Those pistachios were the chili pistachios that we have in there are good, but those are so strong I couldn't even eat a lot of those. Like that's like one serving, which is kind of good.
You got out spiced?
I got out tanged, out flavored. Yes. Dr. Watt said my dad racked up on pecans and pralines last week from Lane Farm in Fort Valley, Georgia for my mom last weekend. They love pecans. That's awesome. So oh my gosh. It is Di Loves in Y. Her name is Diane. I'm calling you Delovsny.
I mean, it sounds great.
I absolutely love it.
Deluxe Knee sounds great.
Autumn loves NY too. I love Knee. So yes.
Richard
Gail said
also loves Knee.
Gail said, I saw someone's Costco haul the other day, and their Costco in Arizona had Zipfizz on sale, and I went yesterday. No sale. What is? I don't know. A regional sale? That's weird. Is weird. Now I didn't even look. We don't even go to that health section, like where all the vitamins and stuff are in Costco.
Zipfizz is right there on the
edge, but they moved it a little further into there. Yeah. Everything. So we don't need any Zipfizz now, but if we did, we would order it online because I don't like the flavors they have in the store. But if they're on sale, then I probably need to get some and rack up. Speaking of sale, this is the last weekend for buy one get one moon cheese. If that's what you're interested in, I got 2 yesterday, so that's it. That's my moon cheese quota for the rest of the year. So,
oh my god,
that's all I'm saying. So, Dr. Watts says, "Welcome to the club, Delovny. You've been officially renamed." Absolutely, because as the doctor knows, she has no medical license to speak of, but she will always be the resident doctor of the WAC fam.
Of course.
Yeah, Cece said that's where the Zipfizz is in the health section. Yes, absolutely. So.
Oh yeah, but they do move it around a lot too. That's just a Costco thing.
Yeah, see, since there's only 2 of us, which we do this with like toilet paper and paper towels and stuff, but like since there's only 2 of us, we don't really like bulk buy toothpaste and stuff like that, because it's just like we can just go to Meijer, just get 1 tube.
We can bulk buy toothpaste.
Do we bulk buy toothpaste? It's just been so long.
Yes. You bought the toothpaste.
That's what I'm saying. That's why we don't even go there because we don't need it. So wow, that's crazy. Yes. I mean, so we do. So we don't need it so often that I can't remember the last time we've gone.
That's why you bulk buy toothpaste. It's like so we have 8 tubes just on deck.
Shelly says, "Are you guys starting the Give Something Up challenge tomorrow or Monday?" I'm starting on tomorrow. So the week always starts on Sunday for me. So today is the last day of the week. Today is the last day I'm drinking this ding dong gallon of water. Yeah, which I finished. You guys, I haven't really been talking about it, but I've been being about it. I finished my gallons.
You've been knocking it.
Yeah. So, so I'm starting that tomorrow. Give Something Up
that's
tomorrow.
Going to be
dairy, exactly. So I'm excited. So I know I can do it. I'm just excited for all the different flavors that I'm excited for my coffee made with primarily coconut milk instead of heavy cream. That's going to flavor the bejesus out of it. So I'm excited about that. So and then I'm excited to cook the buns. I hope the buns work out really well.
The best ever buns.
The best ever sandwich buns, if you didn't know, So I'm excited to try those. And then, I'm just excited to see.
Restaurants.
Yeah, because they're the best ever. I don't know, right? Why not? So, exactly. So I'm excited to see. I'm also excited because next week, a week from today, starts my Halloween cheat weekend. I've already been thinking about the pizza that I want. So,
I completely forgot. Okay.
No, it's dangling there in front of me. But I'm also excited because I already have my meal plan already set for next week. I'm excited to stay on track because I got to weigh myself at the end of the month. I didn't make a weigh-in video for October. I'm sure some of you barely noticed, but you guys don't need to see a weigh-in video because I weigh myself every day, but I feel bad for not posting it over on Watch Out on Keto, but it was like a 4-pound gain. I went from 169 to 173 or whatever, but that's fine. I just want to get back to 173. Right now, I'm still at 177 from all the craziness that's been going on. So like I said, if I can just end the month, end the year in the one below 175, that's what I'm looking for. So
well, we could just postpone the cheat day until.
No, that's not. I can't do it. No, I already have the Reese's pumpkins. We have to. I have to do it. So
not hear the end of it.
Yes, no. Let's see. But yes, that's what I'm doing. So Shelly said I'm starting tomorrow too, giving up dairy. Ooh, I know a lot of people are are giving up dairy. I know that's what Rashonda's doing too. Linda's giving up like nuts, like nut things. That's good.
Linda loves nuts.
I know, right?
All the pecans and the almonds.
Macadamias. Gail said, LOL, I joined Costco just for the macadamia nuts. They have the best price compared to other places. I mean, look, between the macadamia nuts and the Rayo's tomato sauce, the Costco membership is worth it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if you buy just a couple of things, like it is definitely worth it.
It's the bacon.
You can get a big bag bacon mix for $10.
Fresh
and the bouillon. Oh yeah, and that tub of garlic.
Yes, I love the minced garlic. Oh my gosh.
Oh my
gosh. That
God.
has lasted forever.
Oh my gosh. D said, good luck to y'all on that challenge. I've given up just to be on keto. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that you got to give up just to be keto. But yeah, like
exactly.
We're taking it even one
step.
You're good enough.
You've already past the finish line.
Yes,
you don't
exactly.
need to do anything else.
CC says, like you, Autumn, I've been hovering in the 190s. Yeah, I want to make it. I'm going to get out of the 170s and get into the 160s.
When you talk about plateau.
Yes. Well, yeah, I'm plateauing, but I'm also not being on plan consistently enough to like yield long-term sustainable change. You know, I'll either do something drastic to get to a number, like fast for 2 days, and then I'll hit a number, and then I will go off the rails for like long enough to totally undo that. And then by the time I level back out, you know, it's like something else happens.
We all know that cycle.
Yes. So coming up in November, like I said, after my Halloween cheat day, which I'm really excited about, you know, then I am completely on track, and I'm starting my exercise for November. You know, like because exercise is also a large part of it for me as well. And then, like I said, I have Thanksgiving, and then starts December, and then I have Christmas. So it's like, since I have those coming up so frequently, I'm really, really, really committed to being on plan every other day, you know? So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Shauna says she has her candy corn ready.
Yes, exactly. Lisa said, postpone a cheat day. Richard's tripping. I mean, you don't know me, but at all. Exactly, right?
Like, what are you talking about?
Yes, Rashonda said, I have my candy corn ready. Me too. I got my candy corn. And so have y'all done that thing? We've talked about it, where you mix candy corn with like peanuts and it tastes like a payday. I have my candy corn and I have some peanuts that I'm gonna like mix together and we're gonna have a little snack mix. I'm so excited about that. So Cynthia said the bag of bacon bits. Oh yeah, he actually loves that. TC said, I heard Rails changed the recipe and now it has higher carbs. If they do, that's gonna be so disappointing. But I don't really eat a lot of tomato sauce. Yep. Anyway,
like once every other month.
I mean, but now I just gotta find it. Like the only reason I liked Rails, it was expensive, but like it was one of the ones with the least amount of carbs. You know what? Screw that, you guys. I also need to learn how to make my own tomato sauce.
Oh,
I know, because first of all, I also use that so infrequently that like I'll buy a jar of Rails and it'll last a year and stuff like that. Like I just want to be able to make the exact flavor of tomato. I know. Yeah. JJ said I'm giving up meat, which is so interesting to me on keto. I cannot wait to hear how that goes. Like, what are you eating?
I'm interested. So basically a vegetarian dishes.
Rhonda said, loved the pudding video. Do you think I could substitute the smirk with keto chow and maybe add a little beef gelatin? Yes, I know for a fact you can do that because that's what a lot of people do with keto chow. So the only thing is, I don't know about the instant nature of it. I mean, probably, I know that when people let it sit, well, no, if you use a tablespoon, if you use a tablespoon of gelatin, it turns into jello, I think, or pudding immediately. I think that's what it is. We only use a teaspoon of gelatin, and that turns it into like a thick shake when you let it sit. But yes, I think you can do it with keto chow.
We had the keto chow spokesman.
I know, right? They're probably driving.
Well, they probably have camping or something, hunting with spears. Or something like
that. Exactly. In the flatlands.
Bow and arrow. Gotta get a buffalo.
I just think it has to also do with the quantity as well. Like that scoop, that was like 40 grams of powder compared with a quarter cup of heavy whipping cream. Yeah. So I think it's like if you use enough powder in a small enough amount of cream, that's when you're going to get that thick pudding-like consistency.
Nice.
Yes. Dr. White says no cheat days, only planned indulgences, keeping it positive. Yeah, I've also become a lot less, strict about what I call those things. Like, the thing is, cheat day it's like a popularly known term, but I agree it is a planned,
it's an antiquated term.
It's a planned indulgence because like cheating implies like some sort
something
of like some surreptitiousness,
something that shouldn't be seen in the daylight.
Whereas this is a planned. You're right. It's a planned Halloween indulgence,
and just sounds provocative.
And I used to be really like, and everyone is entitled to their own like view of cheating, because I know there's some people on here that like don't cheat, don't want sugar, never going back. If I want anything, it'll be keto. Good for y'all.
Corner turn.
The corner. So good for you guys. But just for me, I've become really committed to making keto something that I can truly do sustainably, and for that, I mean, for me, that means having times when I'm not eating keto,
So and once again, you have your mental break.
Yeah, I have my mental break, and I just have, it's fun to do something different. And food is delicious, especially all that sugary food. But I can at least, I recognize that it's not supposed to be eating every day, and I have no desire to eat it every day for my health, So on the days when I do, that's why I like to plan and space it out. So
cute.
Lisa said a good tomato sauce recipe is incredibly easy. Ask Richard. He's gonna make a mess. Gail said the rails did go up to 6 total carbs. I had noticed that too. I still will purchase it. It depends. Well, total carbs aren't too bad. I like to do like 3 to 4 net carbs per like whole cup, because I barely use net carb. Dana said, good morning, WAC fam. A little late. Smash the like button on the way in. There was only 7 likes. Get on it, ladies and gents. Thank you so much for reminding everyone, Dana, on the way in. TC sauce, large can of crushed tomatoes and a can of petite dice of tomatoes, grated Parmesan, Italian seasoning, put it in the slow cooker. Really? That's all it takes?
I mean, you can also just buy fresh tomatoes and dice them yourself.
Well, I don't know if I would want to do that. I could definitely start with the canned. But also, I like the canned because they have the nutritional information on there. And so it's all about like slow cooking. And I could add probably tons of like red pepper flakes and hot sauce to that. Hot sauce to my tomato sauce. Yes. Well, I'm going to have to see that. That's so interesting.
Different tomato sauce to eat. Don't mess up our tomato sauce.
Sheila said, I'm going to try to make lemon pudding with my lemon when my lemon keto chow comes. That sounds amazing. Oh, Chris is here. Speaking of that, yay. I know, right? So absolutely. TC says, I'm making chili today. We're making chili for Halloween cheat day next week because his chili has lots of beans, and I'm excited about it.
We'll just have lots of it.
Well, it has a good amount of beans. It has beans in it. Yeah, I love it. So yeah, we're doing like a chili nacho sort of thing, like with some tortilla chips and some chili and some sour cream and cheese and anything you can eat around a campfire. Plus, I was thinking we could do chili dogs, because I have all of those hot dogs from the 4th of July that we did not eat. So
that'll be perfect.
Rhonda says you should really go out of keto periodically anyway. I actually agree with that. I think metabolic flexibility is most important. So, and
Doug Merrill confuse your body.
Gives me an excuse to eat all the sugars.
Body confusion is real.
Yes.
That's the best way to wait.
Cece said, look at Autumn going in with the DIY ideas. I know. Don't get me started. Like, I'm so nervous. But yeah.
I'm hearing that too. Let me tell you.
I know,
right? Slow cooking and flavor.
Gail said if you did it in the Ninja, you could do it really fast with what? Like making your own sauce or something like that? I know, right?
I say just go ahead and buy a bushel of tomatoes.
Joe Ray said, did I miss your weight? No, you didn't, but I'll get on that now. So
cut the tomatoes. Slow.
Shelly said, yum, I love chili dogs. That requires cheese though. Yeah. Oh yeah. They're for the Halloween cheat day. No, I mean, yeah, there's
after next week.
There's tons of cheese and sour cream going on my chili dogs. So our TC said, I make chili the same as spaghetti sauce, only omit the cheese and use chili seasoning. That sounds good. Nice. Yeah, I'm just really getting into like seasonings. So
of course.
Chris said, I figure I carb up eating treats enough. Yeah, that's also another thing. You don't have to break keto. You don't have to eat like straight sugar and non-keto food to like switch your body over a little bit. I mean, all those keto treats, if you eat 4 Quest bars in a day, something's happening. You're not in ketosis. That's all I'm saying. So, So he said again as a Texan, if you know beans about chili ain't got beans. No, chili doesn't have noodles. But it can have, it's a meat bean.
It's like barbecue.
Concoction.
Just like barbecue. I'm sure Texans got an opinion, much like Carolina got an opinion, much like Kansas City got an opinion. Everybody's barbecue different, everybody's chili different, everything's different.
Lisa said a quick, simple recipe: saute garlic and red pepper flakes in good olive oil, add crushed tomatoes and basil. No need to cook for hours. So it's really just crushed tomatoes with different.
What are you talking about? It's a spaghetti sauce?
Yeah. Crushed tomatoes with seasoning?
Spaghetti sauce is super simple. It's like guacamole. It only takes avocado like 3 or 4
days. I'm going to have to do this, you guys. I'm going to have to do this.
It's never complicated. It's just a process. You got to slow
but see, my whole thing is then why are there such variances in the carb counts of all these different tomato sauces? Like, how is Rayo's only like 2 grams of net carb? Is it because they add all the sugar?
I was going to say high fructose corn syrup.
Because I feel like, I'll tell my mom, I feel like Rayo's like paid off a lab or something to be able to like post such low numbers on their food.
I'm not touching that
but
one.
if I'm making it, if I'm making it myself, then I can just tell. So let's see. Cynthia said Richard smiles like a proud parent when you talk about trying something new in the kitchen. I know, right?
I'm always trying to get it.
Chris said, "Oh darn, I ate an entire container of Rebel ice cream." Chris, that's what we call a sundae. So like that's what I do every week. So yeah, your body's gonna throw you out somewhere if you eat all them keto treats. So
and I was been like, as far as the chili goes, like depending on how you grew up, some like parents try to make it stretch, so they add spaghetti, they add beans, and like there's some wacky chilies out there. Let me tell you, it's like it's all you add them carbs. So if you got like 8-10 kids, you gotta make a bowl of chili. You can't just go meat. You can't just have a meat chili with 12 kids. You know what I'm saying? Meat gonna go
we need
real
some
fast.
sustenance.
Yeah, you gonna put some beans or some rice or something in that thing.
Jessica said, aren't nutrition facts allowed to be up to 20% off? Are they? That is so sad. But wow. I mean, I wouldn't be, there is some margin for error.
That's interesting.
Chris said, wait until Autumn figured out how easy it is to make Alfredo with heavy cream and cheese. Oh, I made some sort of cheese sauce. When I used to make my cauliflower and cheese, I was like, wait a minute, you just put heavy cream and cheese in a pot and it makes a cheese sauce? Like, I know, right? It is easy. So I haven't made that in such a long time. So Kim said, good morning. My cousin Kim's here. Y'all probably about to hang it up, but I was here. Well, I'm glad that you came. We are about to hang it up. Let me talk about my weight right quick. So yesterday was an eating day. I ate my taco tray. Yesterday, I stayed on plan, which was good, but it was just also one of those days where I was just like, you know what? I could just eat everything. I just want more food. I just want to sit, and eat and fill my belly full of food, but I could tell that it was so much more mental than anything else. I was just like, you're probably just bored or something. So I really didn't have the true urges. Like it wasn't something I had to resist, but it was just like a little inkling like, you know what? I could eat a ton of food right now, So it really didn't bother, I really wasn't bothered by it, but I was just aware that like, wow, I could still eat a lot more food, but that's like always, I could always eat a lot more food. But regardless, I stepped on the scale today. I was excited. 177.2, that's plus or minus 0. So once again, another eating day, another not gain. I was really happy with that. Today I am fasting, so I know that I will net a loss tomorrow. So it's really about the loss tomorrow and then staying completely on track the rest of the week, which I am committed to doing. That's the only way I'm going to get under 175 and hopefully get back toward 173 before my weigh-in. I'm weighing myself next Saturday. Because that is the beginning of Halloween cheat day. And I'm so excited. So I'm also changing my fasting schedule because I always like to fast the day before my weigh-in. Not extreme fast, just I'll switch one of my days so that the fasting day. So now I'm eating on Sunday and Monday, and then I will fast on Tuesday, and then I will eat on Wednesday and Thursday, and then I'll fast on Friday so that it puts me to Saturday in terms of, fasting. But so I am still eating 4 days next week. I'm just switching the days. Nice. So Chris said Miriam was ±0 after our vacation. That's awesome. That is absolutely amazing. So I love that. Okay, so we're gonna get off here, get to work. I got lots of work to do today. Football today, going on some visits today. It's gonna be a great day. We will talk to you tomorrow. Don't forget, last day, drinking your water. Drink that gallon. Post in the group. I'm gonna post in the Facebook group when I finish my gallon to let you guys know that I'm complete for the week. Do the same thing. And then we will catch you guys tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Eastern.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Bye. So cute.